When I was in college, I had this impression, probably from Hollywood movies, that I needed to have my own studio in like some lofty old warehouse, drafty old warehouse with floor to ceiling windows and stuff like that. And it's really not true. You should be able to create anywhere. I have a studio here on the east side of Cleveland, and it's a 400 square foot studio. And I do my podcast in here. I do some video production, some editing, and I honestly don't use it very much. I have used it a couple of times for podcasts, and I've had guests down here, but lately I've been working on another documentary that takes me out of here, so I'm paying $400 a month for this space, and I don't really use it that much. The catch to having a studio is you have to have the money to pay for it. So you're either going to have, you know, I guess roommates or other artists that want to work with you, or you're going to have to derive enough income from your creative endeavors to pay for it. I fortunately work with my wife. My wife is, you know, she works full time. I do what I do, and she allows me the affordability to do this. In other words, she pays for this. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm fortunate enough to have this luxury. But, if you look around, I've got my desk. I don't have anything really of any value in here, but I've got I've got some backdrops back there. I've got my lights. I have a futon that cost me a couple $100 that I bought in Dayton. And it's a nice little space, and I like it. I come here every now and then. I'm here today to gather some equipment for a shoot I have this Wednesday with a friend of mine. And yeah, it's nice to be able to come here. The benefit of having a studio, especially if you're in an art community, if your studio is located in an art community like mine, you get to meet other artists. I haven't worked with anybody here, but my documentary right now that I'm working on happened because I ran into somebody on the elevator, and he and I started talking. We started talking about his new studio, and it became a documentary, and I've been working on it for a couple months. But don't worry about getting your own studio. Don't worry about it yet. When you're younger, a lot of that stuff seems fun and romantic, but it takes some money. I have to have insurance here. You have to have insurance here. You have to have liability insurance when you have a business. There's all kinds of expenses you may not know about when you're younger. So this is my studio, but I was doing all this out of my house. It's just that it took up so much space. I had lights set up all over the house. I had backdrops. I had cameras set up, and I constantly had to take them down and put them up and take them down and put them up. It was a real pain in the butt. Here I just set everything up and I leave it as it is.